Hey friend, is it time for another lunchtime video? Well, thanks for making me your afternoon munch. Shout out to Ice Spice. Folks, today we're going to talk about roommates, and I assume a lot of you have or know a roommate. Roommates come in variants. Some are tall, some are wide, some are bisexual, and if you're lucky, they're all of these things and your parents.
What do you mean by
The
that?
last time I had a roommate, he actually lived in the living room, which made it weird when I went out into the kitchen in the middle of the night to get a snack, because I'd be like, whoa, buddy. Quit jerking off. Buddy, knock it off. Stop jacking off like that. Hey, buddy, you better knock off your whack off. If you're eating, do not worry. None of this video will be visually disgusting. Maybe some of the jokes I will make might be a little gross, but we'll make sure to warn you before you eat. We're not doing that. Today we're going to be looking at a wide range of nightmare roommates. Now, before I do that, I want to say this. I think now is a great time to be an awful roommate for a couple reasons. Number one, economically, the United States is a little bit shaky right now, so people aren't really in a rush to move out. This is your time to establish power, which brings me to my next point. If you're the shitty roommate, you have all the power. Take advantage of the fact that people need you right now, so shower less. It saves on the water bill. Do less dishes. It saves on the water bill. Take a dump while your roommate is taking a shower. It saves on the water bill. Best case scenario, you have a roommate that's afraid of confrontation. That means they're going to enable you to do anything weird and off-putting or just downright disgusting because they don't have a spine. They need you financially and emotionally because they don't have a good relationship with their parents. All right. Let me quit fucking around. Let's look at some media of some nightmare roommates. POV, you're staying in a hostel and two of your roomies are getting it on. Nice. That's actually, holy. Wow, they were porking right next to you, living like rock stars. Just pulling the curtain back. Hey, bud, have a look at this. Nice form, right? One, that's probably the best way that you could send them off post-deed. Secondly, you got to have a lot of confidence to get it done. That's like some reality show stuff right there. I think on Love Island, they're all porking each other all night. But I don't know. I don't think they care because I think they're all drunk and horned up on that show. Based on the hashtags, I would assume this person is staying in a hostel. POV, you're staying in a hostel. Can you really expect decency in a hostel? I mean, hostels are generally, it's kind of a come and go operation. These two, I'm not saying what they did is right. I'm saying what they did is awesome. Look, if they don't know you, if they don't know anyone in the hostel and they're paying $25 to stay there, and it's the first bed that they've seen because they've been backpacking for a week, I can understand the logic to get it while it's good. That said, it's not polite. I agree it's not polite. But, we're human beings and we have needs at various points in our life and our lives. Why did I say it like that? I'm losing brain cells, man. I'm losing my mind. If anything, this is a great example of my point of when you're the terrible roommate, you have all the power. They shut down that room with that sex. They started getting busy, oink, oink. Those are my advertiser-friendly noises for getting it on. You start pigging around, what's everyone else going to do? They just got to sit there and listen. Even if they say something, hey, can you stop? Yeah, give me a minute. You can't do anything about it. Even the applause, it's passive-aggressive, and it's designed to be embarrassing. But is it? Because you just took over the room. I'll say this. I don't possess the boldness to pull up to a hostel and just start banging it out. If you are willing to do that, you're a couple of things. You're confident, that's for sure, but you're also inconsiderate, which, depending on how you view people, may not be that valuable to you. Now I'm just thinking you could pretend to drunkenly start to crawl into the bed with them and just totally f*** the vibe up. Just splash a little Jack Daniels on your breath and just start zombie crawling into the bed. And when they start going, whoa, whoa, hey, you're like, hey, I gotta get the fuck out of my bed. And they're going, dude, this is our bed. We're getting bit. Nah, y'all gonna have to move, man. You're in my shit. Oh, what the hell? Y'all having sex in here? You're disgusting. On the subject of being too close to strangers, I am doing some shows in Irvine, California this week. I got 2 on Friday, 2 on Saturday. The early shows are filling up. They're almost sold out. So go buy a ticket, noelmillerlive.com. I'm also going to OKC. That's coming up soon as well. So yeah, if you're thinking about buying a ticket, don't sleep. noelmillerlive.com.
Actually crashing out right now. She put it in the ceiling and it's still stuck up there because she put it on the wall.
It really is something to behold a crying college student going, I'm really about to crash out right now. Oh God, I'm really about to fucking crash out right now, bruh. I'm so for real. Like, what the fuck, bruh? Oh my God. When people are talking about their evil roommates, but mine literally put a dead fish in the ceiling vent while I was in class. Not only is that mean, but you know the roommate is trying to get an extra dig in there. It's not like it ain't something we ain't smelled already.
Balls on the ceiling.
I have to laugh at this because, look, man, you clearly have never been in like a Nordic or an Asian household. A matter of fact, I would venture to say most cultures at some point have had like a dead or fermented fish either in the freezer, just somewhere. Across many cultures, people are consuming stinky fish. I mean, shout out to your mom. If we're looking at roommates like some kind of 1v1 system, you know, if we're looking at it as though it's a game and there's levels to this, stinky fish has got to be, that's just like level 2, level 3 punishment. You aren't even in the double digits yet with some stinky fish. If you think this is punishment, just wait till you work an office gig. Though that's some high level, that's not even roommate shit. That's just periodic torture. The person who brings stinky fish to the office, because they don't care. You know, I've worked places where they bring a stinky fish into a 100-person floor, and they got 100 people going, and they just don't care. They keep doing it until HR sends an email and they go, hey, we would like it if meals you brought. And then they go, that's racist, man. And then everyone has to endure the stinky fish. So, I get that this was traumatic for this person, but I'm lacking empathy at the moment. Also, could we just... I was expecting a giant dead fish. I don't even know if Walmart sells goldfish anymore, but when they did, you know, this is what was hopping out of the tank regularly. You might step on this on your way to get a fish. So, you know, I think respectfully to this person, you're going to have to toughen up because this is far from a nightmare roommate. This is just, you're just getting started.
My roommate's boyfriend has been living in my apartment since August, and I really need some advice because I don't know what to do. Since the very first day I moved in, he was here. He's here almost every single day and sleeps here almost every single night. He's here when I get home from classes, when I go to sleep, when I wake up. He's here more than I am, it seems like. This is a 1-bathroom apartment, by the way. He walks in and out like it's his own place, and they cook in the kitchen together. It really just seems to me like they're playing house with another tenant, paying for them to do it, aka me. I signed a lease to live with one woman, not with her boyfriend, and especially not some man who's benefiting off the space.
What did I say? These are the shitty roommates, and they hold all the power. They force this young woman to go to the internet and be like, I need 1 million strangers to tell me how to solve this problem. That's how difficult they made her life, but this young woman is not without options. Without even getting a second further into this video, my advice would be start a fake polycule. All right? She's doing it standard monogamy. You can one-up that. Bring your boyfriend, your other boyfriend, your girlfriend, your third girlfriend, all of your husband, his wife, rent a kid, get a kid in the mix. What can they say? These are my partners, and this is our child. So we need the kitchen. Feast in there every day. Start to box them out. Put the 2 boyfriends, the husband, on the couch every day and have them compete with Buddy living in the apartment. Now he won't feel so entitled to shit when he wants. And he's got 3 boys going, hey man, my girlfriend doesn't like when you leave the seat up. Can you put that shit down? And then the second one goes, yeah, put that shit down. And the third one goes, and next time you shower, let me know. I'd love to join you.
I've brought this up so many times, and she cannot seem to wrap her head around the simple logic that she's breaking a lease. To her, it always comes back to, he's not doing...
Also, this is an objective commentary, just the makeup. It looks like Eren Yeager before he turns into a Titan. That's a little weeb joke. Yeah, that's for the sexless. That's for you.
Anything to you. He's not bothering you. I need him here for my well-being. All that matters to her is that she can get her constant attention and validation from her boyfriend. Yeah, I said it. You have a problem, girl.
Why do you want to see your partner all the time already, you fucking freak? Be an individual. Have some grit about you. Send him home. Set some boundaries, you fucking pussy. Oh, man. I don't know why that was so funny. It made me chuckle. Yeah, I said it. You got a problem, girl.
A few weeks ago, I messaged my roommate and I said that if this doesn't end, I'm going to go to management. And it hasn't ended. He's here right now. That's why I'm being quiet. So I messaged management basically just asking for them to send like a warning, because the next step was a 21-day violation in which...
I'm joking around here. I don't want to get away from the point, which is bringing your significant other in to kind of just mooch and quietly drive up the electrical bill and various other utilities. I agree that is not only annoying, but you got, if it's a dude, I know he's clogging the toilet. I know he's putting some nuclear bombs in there. And if he's around more than her, I'm saying he's unemployed. So I know his body is full of Taco Bell, over leveraged on Klarna debt. I know he's just ramming Zins in there. So the nicotine is just firing up those dumps faster and faster. I know he's putting just toxic ooze in the toilet. I know what comes out of his body is green, and that is not fair, and it's foul. Because, I understand. She's like, hey, I signed up to live with another woman, okay? I'm cool with the occasional women's product being left out. But, I didn't sign up to live with an oozing green individual. And I think that's just general etiquette. If you live with people, your partners, they got to stay and be around a respectful amount of time. So, all jokes aside, I do think that is a bit of a nightmare situation. But it could be worse. Good morning. In case you don't remember what you did last night, you pissed all over the floor and on my shit. My clothes, my backpack, my Crocs, my shoes, a whole bunch. Last night, I stepped in your piss and cleaned most of it up off the ground at 4 a.m. Tomorrow, you'll of course do me the courtesy of washing the shit you pissed on. Appreciate it, man. On top of all that, all you did last night was cuss me out and say you didn't do it. I walked in on you with your dick out pissing on my backpack. I don't give a fuck if you were blacked out and don't remember. I hope you wake up, accept accountability, apologize, and fix this shit. It's ridiculous. Please make this right tomorrow. Would be so sweet to respond to this saying, wasn't me. I have got to get out of this house. This person owes me $400, by the way. Oh, also, when you get home, do you think you could clean up where the cat threw up or did whatever in the bathroom? What's really wild is I'm not the only one with the ability to do that. But yeah, they aren't my cats. You still live in the house. Oh, that smiley face is so condescending. You still live in the house. Collective help, but, I guess we all don't thrive when living with people. I think the only response to this is to throw up in their room. Just make it tit for tat. That way you get your $400 worth.
Because nobody admits anything they've done! Living off a coffee from a pot none of you want to touch! You're the fucking done!
That's what you call power right there. It's disgusting, but it's unfortunately a power move. If I had to assess the situation, I think this roommate is trying to get them to move out. And they just haven't taken the hint. And also, there's two of you against one. I mean, two people cleaning up one side, of course it's going to be cleaner, And this person is clearly going through something. Just adding a box of pizza every day, they either really don't like you and you're not getting the hint, or they need help. This would drive me nuts, though. I am empathetic to this couple. It's almost like they should move out and get their own place. My roommate charges me fines for breaking her stupid rules. I don't even know how to deal with this anymore. My roommate, let's call her Ashley, has started leaving little sticky notes on my door with fines I owe her for breaking her dumb house rules. The fines are ridiculous. $5 for not emptying the trash on time. $3 for leaving the bathroom light on. But honestly, the craziest one was an $8 fine for not making my bed. What the fuck? Dude, is this your mom? The only way she would even know that is by going in my room when I'm not home. That makes me feel uncomfortable. What are you doing in my room, Mom, you dumb bitch? For the most part, I've just kind of ignored it because we're on different schedules and don't see each other a lot. But tonight when I got home, Ashley decided to confront me with what I owe her. Y'all, she literally pulled out a little notebook and tried to tell me all the things I did, quote, wrong. And then my, quote, dad comes in. Not in there. I told her there's no way I'm paying her fake fines, and she got all huffy and said it's to, quote, teach me accountability. It turned into a big fight, and now we're not talking to each other, which is nice. I'm not messy. She's the one leaving her bags and shit at the door, so coming into the house is like a minefield, and yet I'm the problem. Crazy. It feels like she's trying to act like my mom and my landlord all rolled into one. How do I even respond to her? She's a grown-ass woman, and she shouldn't be acting like this. I don't care how long she's lived in the house before me. Top reply is I'm petty as fuck, so I'd start finding her as well, but I'd write, see how stupid this is on the bottom? No. You see, a suggestion like that is one of those like Marvel ideas. You know, it sounds good in the shower to yourself. I would find her back and then write a little message at the bottom. You see how stupid this is? Dealing with someone like that would be really irritating because you know they're doing it and you don't care. And it's one of those where, again, they're establishing power. You know, and unfortunately, I think all of this just continues to prove that being the nightmare in the roommate situation always puts you ahead. It puts you in control. If you're watching this video and you're one of these roommates that's on the other side of this, you're the one asking TikTok for help. You're the one posting to Reddit. You're the one posting on Twitter. You need help. I would say, in just very simple words, it's time to get toxic. Emotionally, physically, you know, stop showering, start using their care products, you know, all kinds. Do really petty shit. Use all of their body wash because you can do this if you have a really good rate. And it just, you know, all roads in the roommate battle lead to pettiness. That's what it seems like. That's the only way to resolve these things. Because anyone, for example, that's letting their significant other overstay their welcome, trying to charge you fines to live in the same space, these don't seem like necessarily reasonable people. So it's time to be unreasonable back. Someone else on the internet might tell you, you should sit down and talk about it. That's not me. I'm telling you, it's time to start fucking shit up. It's time to start clogging their toilet. It's time to start pissing in their bed sheets. Piss on their backpack. Leave petty notes on their door. Whatever you gotta do. And if you have a nightmare roommate, leave a comment. I'm sure everyone would love to commiserate with you and offer up some more petty and toxic advice. I'll see you guys on the next one. Goodbye.